Hey guys, welcome back to The Mind of Brandon. As indicated by the title of this video, I'm going to be talking about Bearing versus the vegans. So the YouTube user Bearing, who I subscribed to before I ever went vegan, has recently done a few different videos arguing with a couple of different vegans here on YouTube. Now I'd say that the first interaction went down pretty civil-like, but then Bearing found himself up against Vegan Gains. And that's when things got a little bit personal. Vegan Gains, he went after Bearing, resorting to all sorts of personal attacks, character assassination, name-calling, that sort of thing. And so Bearing responded in kind. Don't get me wrong, it's not like these interactions were completely void of any good intellectual points. Good intellectual points were being made on both sides. There were also some not so great points being made on both sides. That being said, I'm not doing this video to respond to every single argument that was being made amongst these people. There is a specific question that I wanted to address. It really seems like the main thing that in this discussion that we should be focusing on, and that is whether it is necessary in this day and age, in 2017, is it necessary for working class citizens living in developed first world civilizations, is it necessary for these individuals to consume animal products? So I want to go ahead and establish that there are certain nutrients that occur naturally in certain animal products that are nowhere to be found in raw vegetation. So if you were a Paleolithic forager from like 2 million years ago and you decided to go vegan, there would be certain nutrients that you would not be getting in your diet. Stuff like B12, D3, I think maybe even DHA, right? So yeah, probably not the best dietary choice for a Paleolithic forager from 2 million years ago. However, some things have changed since then. Okay, gotta keep in mind something like B12. That's a bacteria. It can be bred in a lab and then put into vegan products, and that's exactly what is happening. There's all sorts of vegan alternatives to the egg, meat, and dairy that people love that are being fortified with the nutrients that do not come naturally in raw vegetation. Okay, so for example, I eat apple cinnamon Cheerios like every day. Okay, that is fortified with B12 and D3. Hemp milk is something that I pour on that cereal, and it's fortified with B12. There are these fishless fillets that are fortified with DHA. Yeah, there's all sorts of great vegan alternatives that are being fortified with these nutrients that don't occur naturally in raw vegetation. So since we do have all these great vegan alternatives to the animal products that people know and love that are being fortified with the necessary nutrients, there is such a thing as vegan chicken and vegan burgers and vegan bacon and vegan eggs, vegan turkey, vegan pork, vegan steak, vegan breakfast sausage, vegan hot dogs, vegan crab, vegan fish, vegan cheese, vegan milk, vegan butter, vegan ice cream. You can have vegan macaroni and cheese, you can have vegan pizza, right? Once upon a time, a lot of this stuff probably wasn't that good. I know I tried a vegan garden burger years ago, and I was like, it doesn't taste real good, right? But nowadays, there's some really good stuff. It tastes like the animal products. That's what they're going for. They're trying to make good vegan alternatives that taste like the animal products, so that people can be like, oh, if this tastes like a cow, if this tastes like cow meat, and it doesn't require the slaughter of a cow, I might as well eat this thing that doesn't require the slaughter of a cow. It's healthier for me anyway. It doesn't have all the trans fat, saturated fat, cholesterol that I would find in that dead cow meat, right? So is it necessary in this day and age for working class citizens living in developed first world civilizations to continue to consume animal products? No, generally speaking. Now, the reason I say generally speaking is because there might be exceptions to this. There may on occasion be certain situations where it's more practical to consume the animal products, or else you have to go out of your way to get the vegan alternative. Because let's face it, not all stores and restaurants are carrying all these great vegan alternatives that exist. Sometimes some of them can actually be pretty hard to find unless you go on the internet and order them offline. But if you order something online, there's a wait. You have to wait for it to be shipped to you. Don't get me wrong, some of these places do a good job of making sure they can get stuff to you pretty fast, but still, there's very often going to be a wait. Sometimes we need food right now. Now, I personally am not a perfect little vegan that never strays from the path under any circumstance whatsoever. I will, on rare occasion, find it more practical to consume the animal products that are available to me rather than to go out of my way to find a good vegan alternative. I do work at a pizza restaurant where we sell all sorts of animal products and foods containing animal products. And, there's all sorts of food that we're supposed to keep ready so that customers don't have to wait when they show up. But, we can only keep it ready for so long before we decide, oh, its quality has gone down, it's not as presentable, it doesn't look as good, it doesn't taste as good, throw it away. Okay? And so there's a lot of food that we throw away. And so this puts me in a situation where I can actually eat animal products without paying for it. Okay, I have this choice of, I can put this in the garbage or I can put it in my belly and I don't have to pay for it. Or in other words, I don't have to vote with my dollar to contribute to the enslavement, rape, torture, and slaughter of innocent beings, right? That said, I do tend to bring vegan snacks to work with me to keep me fed throughout the day so that I don't have to eat any of the animal products there. But sometimes I just don't bring enough. On some occasions I might forget to bring something I intended to bring, like bananas or carrots or something, right? I might forget something. There are occasions where I might wind up putting in a longer shift than I was supposed to. Not too long ago, the closing manager couldn't make it in, so I wound up doing an open to close. I definitely wound up eating some animal products that day. That being said, whenever I do eat animal products at this job of mine, I'm basically just replacing one kind of physical discomfort with another one. So instead of going hungry, being malnourished, fatigued, getting a headache, that sort of thing, I get reflux, acid indigestion, that sort of thing, right? Because I have gastroesophageal reflux disease. That's actually why I decided to try out a vegan diet in the first place, just kind of as an experimentation, because I heard it was a good way to cut down on some of the discomfort associated with gastroesophageal reflux disease. And so far that's actually working pretty well. But while I initially went vegan because of health concerns, what's really helped to solidify my commitment to it is the research that I've done into veganism and vegan alternatives, what's going on in the egg, meat, dairy industry, even leather, fur, wool, that sort of thing, right? Seeing all the horrible things that's happening to these animals and having the realization that it's all completely unnecessary. Now, I'm not trying to get people to pressure themselves to becoming perfect little vegans overnight. My transition was a gradual one, right? Since I do on rare occasions still have animal products, you could say I'm still in that transition, right? Some people have gotten to a point where it's been years since they had an animal product. They're pretty sure they're never going to do it again. So it's not important for you to appropriate the vegan label or commit to being a perfect little vegan that never strays from the path. What I really am trying to get people to do is simply make more vegan choices more often. So instead of getting the beef patty, you get the vegan burger, okay? Instead of getting the dairy milk, you get the non-dairy milk. Instead of getting the dairy cheese, you get the non-dairy cheese, right? You just make vegan choices more often, Okay, you don't have to commit being perfect. Just, see what vegan options are available at the store you're at. Give them a try. If you don't like them, don't eat them. Eat some, eat what you usually eat. But at least try it is what I'm saying. Basically, the less money that we spend on animal products, the more that we buy vegan alternatives. We will be voting with our dollar to phase out those animal products. And so we'll be phasing out the unnecessary enslavement, rape, torture, and slaughter of innocent beings that did nothing to harm us. That's really what we're talking about when we talk about how necessary or unnecessary it is consuming animal products. It's really about how necessary is it to enslave, rape, torture, and slaughter these innocent beings. And it's just not, because we have these great vegan alternatives. Yes, you may find yourself in situations where it's more practical in the present system to consume animal products instead of going out of your way to get the vegan products, but that's just because it's a non-vegan system. If we make it gradually more vegan, if we make those vegan products more readily available, more ubiquitously available in more abundance, if we phase out those animal products, there's no use for them anyway. That's what we're talking about here. We're talking about phasing out the animal products, phasing out this system that allows for the enslavement, rape, torture, and slaughter of these innocent beings. Alright guys, that's it for this video. I hope you all enjoyed it. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and share it with other people. If you're interested in watching my future videos, please subscribe to this channel if you haven't already, and I will see you all in the next one. So have a good one, guys, and peace.